How does cryptocurrency play into this?
Well, what is cryptocurrency? Cashless society.
Yeah,
now,
and created by a private institution, another currency created by a private institution.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there couldn't be good things with things like Bitcoin and stuff like that, as long as cash stays in circulation. That's the key.
So you have an anonymous option, really.
While cash is in circulation, you have other points of or ways of purchase. Once there's no cash and you have only cashless digital currencies, then whoever controls them controls everything. And not only that, they can wipe your bank account. If you're a dissident of the system, as this moves on into more extremes, they can wipe your bank account. And it's just gone. Because all it is figures on a screen. You can wipe figures on a screen in a second. You can, from a central point, crash the entire economy by controlling digital money and digital processes. And the idea eventually, problem, reaction, solution, create the problem and then offer the solution, is to have a gigantic crash, which they will instigate. And then to overcome the crash, they will propose a totally new economic system of central control to be the solution to the problem they've created, which is crashing the economy. And the more control they have over money digitally, electrically, the easier it is to do that. And cash is flying out of circulation. Why are they taking ATMs away in large numbers? So you can't interact with cash anymore.
It's easier not to use cash.
Yes, and you know, when you're going around and you a credit card, that can be useful, a debit card, that can be useful. But only when cash still exists. When cash disappears, and it's, like I say, it's disappearing so fast, what is now useful becomes a form of total control. And that's what it's supposed to be going, because, you know, this is the point. You're not going to sell a tyranny by telling people it's a tyranny. You sell a tyranny by selling the tyranny on the basis of things that people might think are beneficial. And by the time they realize actually what the game is, it's a tyranny and there's no turning back. And this is what we're seeing in all these different areas. By the time the penny drops in the great majority of people that human-caused climate change is a hoax, society will be transformed and irreversible using the excuse that it's real. Same with the cashless society.
So all roads lead to hell here, David.
They do, but if you think they lead to heaven or lead somewhere, okay, you're gonna take that road. Oh, you're not gonna resist being pushed down that road.
So we need to question everything.
When you realize where it's going, which is the whole point of my life, really, then you can say, hold a minute, we ain't going there. And that's the point. And that's why they're trying to shut me down. And people like me down, because they don't want people to know what this outcome is planned to be. Because if billions know what the outcome is, the few are not going to force those billions to take that outcome anymore. That's why they have to keep it quiet. That's why they're shutting down debate. That's why they're lying to us on a monumental scale.
So you want us to question everything, challenge everything. That's what we need to do. We need to all wake up as individuals and start being part of this debate, everything that's happening around us. Is that really what you want?
Yeah. Instead of taking people's word for it, including mine, including anybody's, certainly including governments and corporations and media, if you haven't got time to research it for yourself immediately, then put it into neutral. Don't believe it or disbelieve it, but don't react as if it's true. Just put it in neutral until you've had time to check it out for yourself. And when you do, you'll realize invariably, as I did, that the official story, the official narratives are invariably either completely, most of the time, total lies or overwhelmingly misleading. And crucial, because of what we were talking about earlier, don't be intimidated into silence. Don't. Because if you silence yourself, eventually everything goes silent. When people are telling you what you can't say it louder, say it more often. And if people around you don't like it, well, find another circle of friends then. Because there are more and more people that you will find if you look for them, because more and more people are awakening to this. And like I said earlier, you can get the impression from the people that control the microphones and the cameras that there is a certain view of the world which is different from yours. But you talk to enough people and you'll realize that behind this reticence to speak their truth, they feel the same as you do behind your reticence to speak your truth. I went to a bookshop years ago in the middle of the mass ridicule. It was in Oxford. And the manager came up to me. He said, "I have a very interesting thing today," he said. He said, "What I did is because I was right at the center of mass ridicule then. He said, I asked the staff what they thought of David Icke. And I said, look, just tell me honestly, just tell me honestly what you think." He said about 80% had sympathy for what you're saying, but none of them was saying it to anybody else. And that's what's happening to society in general. There is a vast number of people who don't want what's happening, who feel uneasy about what's happening, who don't want to have themselves intimidated into silence. But they think they're kind of one of the few. They're not. But because people are silent, they understandably think they are, because the noise is coming from the few who dominate the microphones and the cameras. So we need to speak our truth.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.